Hey guys, what's going on? This is Eric Broadus back again with another video. And this video, I'm gonna title it "Be Genuine and Not a Knockoff." Again, the name of the video is "Be Genuine and Not a Knockoff." Now, what prompted me to make this video was that I was just I just observed different things as far as with people and at different levels. And what I'd noticed is that there's a lot of fronting and I guess you could say flexing going on, but a lot of times it's hard to find people that are actually genuine in today's society and someone that's actually going to keep it real. Now obviously here I'm back to my dry erase board again, and obviously I have two different brands of mixed vegetables up there, and this is no knock or slight on any of the brands. I'm just using them as an example or illustration just to make a point. Now on one side you have a well-known brand that's established, that's Del Monte, and on the other side you have Great Value. And this is no slight to anyone that uses them. I mean, that uses Great Value. Hey, I eat Great Value also. You know, it tastes pretty good to me. But for the sake of this video, I'm just going to use both of these brands as an illustration. Now I have my dry erase board up here, and I have there's two sides to it, as there is two sides to every coin. And on one side I have what's genuine, on the other side I have what's knockoff. Now when I was thinking about this video, I actually reflected back to the times when I was stationed in Korea. Now in Korea, I guess maybe the copyright laws may be different, but in Korea pretty much you can get anything made from scratch. And over there, I remember my first tour in South Korea. I remember I had some sweatsuits and shoes and I believe a leather jacket and stuff like that made. And in Korea they try, and even in Asia period, they are actually excellent emulators. So what they'll do, they'll take a particular concept and they'll copy it. They're good mimickers. They'll copy it and sometimes even improve upon it. But in South Korea, there were knockoff products, or if some stuff probably went through the black market as well. But a good example would be you might see some of the GIs or people over there buying like Breitling. Now Breitling is a luxury watch like Rolex, and so you know Rolex and I'm trying to think like Tag Heuer or whatever like that. But they had in South Korea a lot of copy brands, that knockoffs that weren't real. So there were fake Breitlings, fake Rolexes. In terms of the brand of Nike in Korea, they'd make you know, or sell fake Nike shoes. And so they'd actually make it. And when you actually look inside the shoe, it would say made in Korea. You know? But whenever you have a brand have a knockoff that is a copycat of something that's authentic, there's always something that's not quite right. I mean, when you take a knockoff brand, the stitching might be slightly off, or it might come out a little bit irregular. You know, it may come out a little bit irregular. Like those of y'all from the East Coast that know about Models, some, you know, back in the days, Models, you know, used to sell like some irregular items. I think on the west side here, maybe it might be DD's Discount, you know, and that's no knock or slight here or there to anybody that shops at those particular stores. But what my point is that a knockoff is it can be close, but it's always got something missing. a slightly missing ingredient. And so when I'm talking about be genuine, not a knockoff, now I'm talking about people. Knockoffs, knockoffs can talk a good game, but they can't back it up. Somebody that is genuine, they have what is called follow through. That means when they tell you something, you can count on it. They're dependable. Someone that's whose mouth is basically like water. They have a no frills character. That means that they have a generic character. They can't back anything up because they were never real to begin with. Now, here up on my board, let's see. We'll start with, let's look at some of the terms that I use for the knockoff. Let's see. One of them, I have a quote at the top of the knockoff, which is, "I am a wannabe." Now, for any of you guys that ever, and ladies too, so when I say guys, I'm talking about ladies too. So it's gender neutral. But any of you guys that ever watch Spike Lee's, I think it was School Days or something like that, you had the jigaboos and the wannabes. And in that particular college setting, yeah, obviously you had Spike Lee. I remember Lawrence Fishburne was in it. There's quite a few actors back then that were just starting out in their careers, but they were basically had a lot of fraternities and stuff like that. And Spike Lee and them were trying to cross the line, but the jigaboos and the wannabes were basically the frat girls. They were basically frat dots. They were the chicks that dated or belonged to the guys that were in the fraternities. And the wannabes, I think the wannabes might have been the really were they the dark skinned ones? I can't think of it. No, the wannabes, I don't know if they were the light skinned ones. And you had the jigaboos. I think the jigaboos might have been dark skinned. Either way, you guys can correct me if I don't have it right, but you get my gist. In that fraternity, those ladies were status oriented. So you had the wannabes, they want to be something. And then you had the jigaboos. I don't know if the jigaboos were just the considered because they were dark or colorism going on. They were considered maybe outclassed by the wannabes. Whichever, the light skinned chicks and the dark skinned chicks. One of them was the jigaboos, one of them was the wannabes. But what my point is that in our society and even in life, you have a lot of people that are wannabes. They wanna be something. I'm a wannabe. They don't have the actual real or genuine and raw material to actually build a good foundation to have something reputable and also a character of quality content. Now, when I talk about that, yes, a no frills character. You could say either a fair weather friend, empty promises. Now, on the other side, I have another quote for above genuine. Okay. For genuine, in the quotations, it says, "I have nothing to prove." And the reason why I say that is pretty much in most cases, people that are actually genuine and that are about their business, they actually don't do a lot of talking. They have no need to talk because their character and their work speaks for itself. So it's like a person that's trying to front or flex like they have a lot of money, but in actuality they really don't. A person that really has it, in most cases, they're not trying to be flashy or show offs. Now, I'm not saying that obviously you don't have some that legitimately have it and they like to floss a ball, but those are different cases. They actually do legitimate. If you want to say celebrities or stars that legitimately actually have the money. Now, in many cases, a lot of people that actually are rich or do have money and have their stuff together, most of them are not trying to flex or trying to stunt or trying to show off because they know they actually have it, and they're secure about it. They know who they are. Someone that has to stunt or profile or posture, I would have to believe that there's some insecurity in that. As you can see up on my board, I have next to Jigaboo, I have posturing. Posturing. That means fake flexing. You know, trying to like a peacock trying to sprout their feathers, but they don't have anything behind it. On the other side, for genuine, let's look at what we have here. Beyond I have nothing to prove, you have, I use terms such as integrity. I use real. Oh, here's a good one. How about authentic? How about that? Below that, there's transparent. People that are real and have that are genuine and that have nothing to hide, they're transparent. That means that what you see is what you get. If you're busy stunting, which is on the knockoff side, or your character is generic, and next to that I have a $3 bill. $3 bills don't exist, they're fake. So a person that has something to hide does not want anybody to really see who they are, because if those individuals are found out, then obviously whatever it is that they faked to try to get, or their credibility, then they would lose that. And whatever they sought to gain from people or others, they would lose that. Whatever it is, whether it's status, whether it's it could be the opposite sex. You know, people do a lot of stunting for the opposite sex, and I have it up there in the blue. Yes, stunting. I didn't choose stunting. I put stunting. You know, but a lot of people do that for the opposite sex. You know, good examples are you know, some of the guys, you know, rolling around in expensive cars, but they can barely afford to put gas in it, and they're Madden kings living in their mother's basement or their parents' basement. Now, there ain't nothing wrong with playing video games and being a Madden king, so long as you're paying your own bills. If you are footing your own way, you know, hey, you could be whatever you want to be. Like the U.S. Army used to say, be all you can be. But when you are not doing grown man's business and footing your own bills, you know, then the Madden Kings, hey, they got to get it together and hurry up and find a new strategy before they run out of time. Let's see. On the genuine side, I have a term or a quality called respect. Let's see, there's a such thing called being trustworthy. When you're genuine, that means that you're real. And that means that you can be counted on, and people don't have to question your character or your credibility, because they know that you're real. You're not trying to front or snow people or sell them a fake pipe dream. And there, like I said, there's a whole lot of that going on in today's era that we're living in. And let me use an example, and which is sad, you know. And this proves that even with people that have money, there's some knockoffs going on there. Sometimes rich people like to posture to those that are in the lower levels that they got it all together and got it going on. In reality, some of them have money, but they are miserable. And hey, I can use two sad examples, and it's always tragic. But if you want to think, Robin Williams, you know, committed suicide. That famous designer, Kate Spade. You know, both more money, you know, and could buy more money that you can even think of, but something was wrong in their lives and they committed suicide. And so you got knockoffs at every level, you know, but people fronting, you know, and not, granted, we all do wear a mask. Understand that we all do wear a mask, you know, but your mask has got to be balanced with some substance. And so money without substance is no good either, because basically you're an empty vessel. You know, and an empty vessel basically has a wandering heart and is constantly looking for something else to fill it with, and thus would be some of the reason I believe that you have a thought culture, because you have a bunch of empty vessels that are wandering around seeking to be filled. And it's like, I don't know how to explain. I think I even heard a sermon talk about that lust never satisfies. And so whatever it is that you lust after, and we all are guilty, whether it's maybe a thought may lust after attention, but they're constantly seeking to be filled, and it's like they're never satisfied. When you have substance, you have something real. Substance is, I would say, is like having a full meal that's healthy, that has all the nutrients and vitamins that you need. All of us need substance for our existence and also for our very lives. Some of that substance includes having love that we all need. I'm talking about real love. Having true and loyal family members that really love you for who you are. Having true friends, not fair weather friends or fake friends. People that got your back and somebody that you can count on. And then even as an individual, substance includes what is it that we are about? Are we a real person, or are we just a fronter? Are we generic in our character? Are we cosmetic, meaning that we constantly have to, in some ways, and not actually in all cases literally, but we have to use some type of covering or some form similar to makeup, so we can present an image to people that's not really who we are. So it's some food for thought. Another term I used up there was suspect. Suspect. That right there entails your character. Can you be trusted? And on beneath I'm a wannabe, I have Pinocchio. Now everybody knows the story of Pinocchio. We all know that Pinocchio, every time he told a lie, his nose grew longer. Got a bunch of those out there. Some people just lie for the sake of lying. Some people, they could not tell the truth if it hit them square over the head. Like my quarterback on the Pittsburgh Steelers got hit over the head with that helmet. If you hit him over the head with truth, it still wouldn't come out their mouth. Pathological liars. Let's see. Do I have anything else on the genuine side? Let me see. I got respect, trustworthy, authentic, transparent, real, and integrity. So, as looking at those two brands right there, you got great value on the right, which represents the knockoff, and the wannabe that wants to be like Del Monte, or wants Del Monte status, but they don't have it. They're still generic. And no knock against those two brands, but my point is, be genuine and not a knockoff. If you tell one lie, you're gonna have to constantly keep lying to keep the facade going. And in most cases, disingenuous people, many times, at some point their consciences do catch up to them. You want to be able to sleep at night. So be real. It's time out for all of this fronting. And fronting, stunting, and flexing, and trying to be something that you're not. You got to keep it a buck. Saying keep it 100. You in the end, like I said, you always reap what you sow. So if you have a knockoff character, basically you're gonna have a knockoff life. If you have a genuine character, it may not be as flashy. And things may not be as quick and easy at first. It may take a little bit longer on your route, but in the end, genuine will win out over the knockoff. And at the end of the day, genuine will have that peace of mind and be able to live with themselves when it's all said and done. But that's all I have for this video, people. Again, the title is Be Genuine, not a knockoff. Thanks for watching the video. Thanks for listening. Please subscribe to my channel. It's Eric Broadus YouTube. That's EricBroadus YouTube. And also I have an audio podcast called Snacks Thoughts. SNAKZ Thoughts. And I did drop that on my Facebook page. But subscribe to that and come check me out on Snacks Thoughts as well. And please share both. For those that are watching, please hit the like button. Leave comments. If you don't like the video, hey, that's cool too. Hit the unlike button. Please engage. And for those that already subscribed, please tap the bell so you can get future subscriptions, any podcast, any material coming out. But please share it. But once again, be genuine, not a knockoff. That's all I got, guys. Peace, and catch you on another one. Later.